I mean, if it's about the money, you're always going to be in. You're always going to be in it. You're always going to have people talking about you before as your quarterback.
Yep.
You might run into a situation right now where I was thinking, why don't the Cowboys ever just rebuild? Because the Super Bowl conversation has to keep their fans engaged and keep them spending money. The money is the most important thing. So at the end of the day, like, if they're not keeping this team in a point to where people think that they can win, like, what are they doing? They'll fall backwards.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm seeing Soft Gentleman. He's soft for sure.
It's a horrible name.
But people keep
horrible name.
People keep saying, well, "How much would you pay? How much?" Well, I couldn't pay him. I ain't got that kind of money. But why are so many people so hung on up with what he made? Nobody batted an eye when Deshaun Watson got his contract, right?
Yeah.
When Kirk Cousins got a record-breaking contract, nobody batted an eye about that, did they?
Yeah.
I'm starting I'm starting at $40 million a year. That's where, if I'm them, I'm starting at $40 million. Like, we're not playing around anymore. Like, we're not going to play.
I told you what I do. I say, Howard Floyd, thank you for that big super chat.
Appreciate it.
I told you what I would do. If I'm Todd Francis, say, okay, you want a long-term deal? We'll give you 5 years. We ain't going to negotiate. Here it is on the table. Take it or leave it. 5 years, $220 million. That's $44 million a year. If you don't want it, that's cool. We cool. Ain't nothing personal. It's only business. We've played around all these years. We done been at the negotiating table and stuff. You know, we wanted $30 million. You didn't want to do that. We wanted $35. You didn't want to do that. And that's fine.
Right.
Okay? But the market is changing every single year. Okay? And people that keep saying, you can't pay him $40 million. Well, you know what? 2 years, $30 million was the highest paid quarterback.
I promise you, next year.
6 years ago. Look at this. 6 years ago, Drew Brees was the first one to get $20 million. Just 6 years ago. It's doubled. What? And you put the projections out there. What was your projections by 2025?
It's just
$756 million.
Right. Well, what I heard about, they're saying about the gambling number, that the NFL would get $3.2 billion a year just from gambling, which is about what they get just from the gate revenues.
Wow.
Okay.
Crazy.
I
promise you, look, if next year the tag is $54 million, $40 million right now, like, I see people saying it's too much. Next year, $40 million is going to be, it's going to be cheap. I promise you. I promise you it's going to be cheap next year. Well, because all these other guys got to get deals.
People ask how much money you want to pay Dak Prescott, DMV, and Mark. I say the market rate, whatever the market value is, a little bit north of that. Because I really wanted to pay him $28 million. That was when I first started this, $28 million. They were saying that you're too high because his market at that time was right at 23, 24. But I was like 28 because Carr just got the 25. Remember that, Mark? When Carr got the $25 million contract, I said, all right, now it's time to go ahead and start negotiating.
Everybody kept saying, you're not a Cowboy fan. Because I said, man, you better pay him before Russell Wilson. I kept saying it. I kept pounding him. I said, man, you got to pay him for Russell Wilson. And, of course, Skip Bayless, you can find the videos out there. Oh, Dak Prescott at $30 million. How can you pay him at $30? I said, man, you do that now. Understand that Derek Carr was the highest paid. Jimmy Garoppolo was the highest paid. Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford, Matty Ice, all these stiffs were paid as the highest paid at some point, but it's only momentarily.
Right.
It's not going down. I don't understand why people think
it's not even close to going down.
That you're supposed to get a discount.
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, you got to sign them before they get signed. You better sign them before they get signed. That's what I said Mahomes and Watson last year.
But you're going to see teams that are going to be proactive because you got to be, if you're the Browns right now, you got to look at it and say, do we want to go ahead and get a deal done now for Baker Mayfield, or do we want to wait till the following year after the television contract where it might cost us $10 million more? If you're the Browns, you look at it and say, let's go ahead and get this deal done now.
Let's move the argument to this point. And I know people are going to give me a lot of hate mail for this, Mark and DMV. If Pat Mahomes had the offensive line that he had for the Super Bowl all year long, would he got his money? Would he got a $500 million?
Well, you can look at the whole team, though. Remember, they got a good defense that takes away the football, too.
Yeah.
They got playmakers all across the board.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say
he would have
because he had already won the Super Bowl.
Time out for 1 second.
He had already won the Super Bowl.
Time out for 1 second.
Before he won the Super Bowl, wait. Minus Tyreek Hill, what would you do?
But hold on, wait. Just let me make this one point. They scored 29.6 points a game this past year. Our defense gave up 29.6 points a game, and that was after they played better with Andy Dalton, because before that they were giving up 36 points a game. Under Dak Prescott, we were averaging 32.5 points a game, which would have been the highest number. Boom. And one other point, let me see if I can find it here too, because here's what's amazing. We keep talking about Dak is trash. Since 2019, I hope I screenshotted it. Dak Prescott, I think, has averaged 321 yards a game.
I did see that, yeah.
Which is the highest in the NFL, which is more
than Mahomes
by like 20-some yards over Pat Mahomes. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Most passing yards since 2019 per game. Dak Prescott, 321. Pat Mahomes, 302. The next is Matty Ice at 291.
To your point, Law, yes. I think he would have got his deal. I do.
Half of a bill.
And maybe not half a bill, but probably the yearly amount. He probably wouldn't have been for as long. No. They had to stretch it out that long because their situation, they had $720 in the cap last year or something like that around this time. So they had to stretch his deal out to kind of help them have some relief.
Wait. Somebody said, what was it that said, I need to understand situational football?
It probably would have been like.
You know what? You know what I said?
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shut your mother ass up.
All right? How about that? And Sammy, you know what? Understanding 5-11 under Dak Prescott, because he should have been tackling Deshaun Watson. I mean, excuse me, Odell Beckham Jr. Shouldn't he have? He should have been tackling, what was Washington's running back there? Because our defense was fucking ass. And the year before, that damn kicker that we had, if you want to call him a kicker, that only played in 11 games, had 11 missed kicks. The next closest was 7. Yes, that was Dak Prescott, man. As much as you jackasses want to say that, it's only the quarterback, you're talking about me not understanding situational football. You don't understand shit when it comes to football. That it's a team sport. That when the Dallas Cowboys were winning Super Bowls, that they had the damn doomsday defense, okay? They had doomsday number 2. They had Charles Haley out in there. They had guys like Ken Norton Jr. They had guys like Russell Maryland, guys that went in there and went to people's asses. As much as you guys love Troy Aikman, do you realize Troy Aikman one year had 13 touchdown passes to 12 interceptions and they won the Super Bowl? Are you saying that those 13 touchdowns were the reason they won the Super Bowl? Because I'm telling you right here, right now, without that number 1 defense, the Dallas Cowboys didn't win shit in the 90s. So you're going to tell me I don't understand situational football. You don't understand football at all.
Does someone need a Snickers?
And
does someone need a Snickers?
Thank you very much for that. Okay.
Snickers?
Brother.
Do you have anything else to say?
I think I got a little mini Snickers.
Ooh, wee.
I got a little mini.
Yo.
Did you like that?
Man, I thought you were Macho Man Randy Savage for a minute over there. Yeesh. I was waiting for the brother to come out at the end.
No, I'm just saying. No, you don't understand situational football. No, seriously. I don't. Look, did they not have the doomsday defense?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, because I did a video earlier this week. Because listen, who would you take on the current Dallas Cowboys defense over anybody on the 77 Dallas Cowboys defense? I think D-Law would have the best chance of being a backup. Would be about the only person that I would take on either of those defenses from the 90s or the 70s. D-Law would be the only person he'd be a backup.
Well, that's easy because, I mean, compared to those guys, our defense is candy. Everybody. Candy.
That's where you guys are just stupid. Hey, Sheila, Jessica, ladies, I apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Woo wee.
But you know, late, so the ladies.
I just feel like Musa. You know what? I feel like it's just been relieved. I just feel so good now. I got it off my chest.
He had to get it out. Say it with your chest.
I've been holding it. But you know, we've been in here for 2 hours, so you guys got an hour, literally, of bonus time. And
bonus.
You know, I am a married man, and I want to try and keep it that way. Dak, if you're watching, understand, bro. It ain't easy, bro. It's all sweet and everything right now, but you know, yeah. All right, so my man Law, I appreciate you being here. Law, tell everybody where to find you and tell us what's coming up with you, my man.
Oh my goodness! Well, just follow me at Law Nations on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And pretty much, I'll maybe doing a live stream probably later on tonight or early in the morning. I normally do a morning live stream, but